Doing a sales demo with a client is very different than running through the product or doing a training session. It's very similar to in the real estate market than just showing a house or staging it with furniture. In this video today, I'm going to share with you how I learnt to create the perfect sales demo to give my audience a real sense of how the product I was selling would improve their lives and help them improve the outcomes that they were looking for. Now, how to structure a great sales demo is actually quite simple. We have to make a fundamental shift from talking about features and benefits to actually speaking about outcomes. And if we use the example before of someone staging a house, that's exactly what they do. In a real estate example, which sometimes is easy to explain, is if we're talking about the features and benefits of a house, we may speak about, hey, this house comes with 4 bedrooms, it has this kind of outdoor setting, maybe a pool. But if we want to speak about outcomes, we would speak about this home allows you to have your family of 4 easily into one spot, has a pool where you can watch from inside the house, and you could have peace of mind watching your family swim in a pool. We're speaking about outcomes. And that's why they furnish a house, so people get a real sense of how they might live in a house and not relying on someone's imagination to see it. And that's the fundamental difference between creating a sales demo for a tech company opposed to a product demo. What we need to do is build out a sense of how it would work within their business, and don't leave anything to their imagination. Now, to do this, we first must understand the product we're selling. We must understand how to do a product demo and what are the features and benefits of the product and what are the differentiators over the competition. It's extremely important. One of the things salespeople do is when they have a lack of understanding of the product is they start blurring out of the lines of functionality and maybe making over promises of what the product can do. Then it's left with customer success or others within the business to try to mop up or correct that false expectation that's been set by the sales team in the beginning. When I first started at my tech company in 2015, what I did is I spent so much time understanding the buttons and the features and what happens when I click this, what's the intended outcome, so I could understand down to each button press what the product did. I needed to understand that, and I needed to understand what we could sell today, so I wasn't selling in the future. Because one of the challenges about selling in the future is, if you're selling on future functionality and there's any delay to the roadmap, or if you're selling on future functionality, your clients are gonna wait till that future functionality exists. And if there's a change in product, if there's a change in anything in the business, those clients aren't going to sign today. Our goal is to get them to sign today. Now, once I understood each one of those features and how it was intended to be used, I then set out on interviewing clients and asked them how this feature on our platform affected their business, how it improved their business. That if it improved their business, what I wanted to do was ask them what life was like before using our product. My intention of that was I wanted to help my future clients that I'm demoing to paint a picture in their mind about how the problems may present in their business to how our product helps improve outcomes in their business. Now, one of the reasons this is important is if you're selling high value contracts and the cost is really high, the decision makers in that business more than likely have less understanding of the problems that your platform solves. So what you want to do is focus on outcomes, and outcomes are what are important to executives or upper management within a business. They want business improvement. So I went on a journey to learn about the stories about what the company was before we were there and how it was improved after we were there. So I could weave that into my future stories with future clients, economic buyers, or those who may be responsible for the decision making in the future businesses, but had a less understanding of the problems that existed within that company. So if you think about the real estate example, it's easy to paint a picture. It's very visual. But SaaS products or tech companies sometimes don't have that luxury. It's really an improvement of business process. So we have to paint the picture with our stories, and similar stories of similar types of clients or roles within businesses, so our intended audience can draw that parallel in their mind and see the relevance in their own world. People hate to be sold to, but people love hearing stories, and they draw their own conclusions from stories, particularly if it's relevant for them in their world. It's one of the reasons we have ideal client profiles or segment the market, so we can find similar problems, learn about that within their business, and share stories with other similar clients so they can draw parallels as well. Now, once you have those stories in your existing clients or how the product is intended to be, it's a matter of crafting your story, relying on business process and emotion, because people are emotionally driven. Highlighting the pain and the frustration that existed in your existing clients and how you were able to relieve that and reduce costs, reduce risk, whatever is important to those people that you are speaking with. When I nailed this in my world, I was able to only show 2 or 3 pages with minimal clicks because I was talking about stories and crafting my message to really highlight the pain in their existing process, to how it was once they would implement, and how other clients have gone on a similar journey multiple times. Now, an example about how you might transition from a features and benefits discussion or product demo to an outcome-focused demo is, let's say that we're an AI business in the marketing space, and you were using AI to scrape or learn client behavior from 1,000 different blog posts or 10,000 different blog posts from around the world. So your features would be, we have an AI tool that scrapes or learns customer insights from an X number of customer blogs. And the benefit is to you will get insight into customer behavior. So that's a features and benefits example. So an outcome-focused discussion in that example would be, before using our tool, many of our clients would have to manually go through multiple different websites or use other scraping tools and then have to look and review and understand those customer behaviors. And it would really cost time and limit their ability to pivot really quickly or apply those insights in their world. Once our other customers have implemented our AI tool, they were able to rapidly change or improve how they engage with their customers, and at the end of the day, they significantly generated more revenue at a less cost and was able to gain market share over their competition. So the first one's a feature discussion and benefit discussion. The second one is an outcome. Paint that picture before you're involved in that business to how it now works after it was implemented. We're trying to relieve the pain, relieve the frustration, relieve the time, reduce costs, whatever the drivers are to the people you're speaking with, was trying to focus on. Now, you could have 3 different people on 3 different parts of a business inside a demo. And it's important to focus or have an assumption of what their drivers are and confirm that during the meeting, and craft your story around each one of those people within the meeting to try to hit their value drivers. And it just takes practice. But fundamentally, to create a great sales demo, we want to be outcome focused and paint the picture of before with the pain and after with the relieving of pain or the outcome that you provide. And you'll find when you do that, you rely more on stories and client anecdotes, less on clicking on features and buttons and things like that. So I hope that gives you some context of how to easily structure your sales demos. Once I was able to do this, I had a significant increase in the ability to move a client from demo through to engaging with us to later purchase. I hope you found this valuable. I actually written a book called Startup Sales Secrets. If you're interested in that, you can get a free copy down below. It's about how to create a sales strategy based on 3 core timeless principles. So I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.